On to exercise number 4. So, as I said before, this exercise, we're going to measure the acceleration of that track that we've been using in the previous exercises. So let me just redo this track to make sure it's all right. So we were measuring the instantaneous velocity in the first one. Now we want to figure out the acceleration. We did measure it in 3A and B, but we actually are going to do it using a different method. So instead of using 2 photo gates and the time between them, what I want to do is look at the acceleration by using a different kinematic formula. So you notice I have 2 gates taped together here. I'm going to measure the time between them, and I'm going to find the velocity at the top gate. Then I'm going to find the velocity at the bottom gate. The same way, there's 2 gates, so the cart will trigger the first one and stop when it hits the second one. Both of them are 1.5 centimeters apart from each other. We measured that before, from middle to middle. So I'm going to have 2 timers this time. I'm going to measure the time of the top gate. I have the distance divided by the time will give me the velocity up here, the velocity of the top gate. The distance divided by this time, this average time, will give me the velocity at the bottom gate. We're going to make a couple trials for each time. And what formula are we going to use to find the acceleration? So let's look at here, my piece of paper here. If you remember, the third kinematic formula looks like this. V2 squared minus V1 squared is equal to 2A times the change in the distance. Let's just call it D. Or V2 squared equals V1 squared plus 2AD. So what we want to do is find the acceleration. This is a really good way to do it. We find the velocity at the top gate. That's V1. That's the first velocity that first starts going. The second velocity, V2, is the bottom gate. So this will be the bottom gate velocity, and this will be the top gate velocity. We're going to measure the distance between the gates, between the two sets of photo gates, not each individual one. Oops, photo gate. So that's going to be 30 centimeters. I've got it set at 30 centimeters, or 0.300 meters. Then we solve for acceleration. So the acceleration is going to be V2 squared minus V1 squared divided by 2 times the distance between the gates. So this is how we're going to find it. All we have to do is find the 2 velocities, the top gate and the bottom gate, plug it in, and find our accelerations. Okay, so let's go and start doing it.